Welcome back, everybody. Game number 2 between Monkey Business and CIS Rejects. I know it was a little bit of a wait, but that was because CIS Rejects, I think, needed some time to get over that 67-minute loss. I mean, this is a best of 5. This could be a marathon for these teams. And to start things off with a 67-minute loss, that's got to hit you kind of somewhere in there, you know?
Yeah. And that throne rush at the end, no tail, just like, well, you guys can fight 5v4 against the rest of my team. We'll cancel your TPs and I'll take down tier 4s.
Yep.
But this time around, no anti-mage in the first phase. They've gone for their tiny wisp, and I was saying I want to see that no-tail tiny again because his build is actually quite innovative.
It is. I'll say this, I think that if Monkey Business win this game, and it's off of Big Daddy No Tail's play on Tiny, this will say so much more about the team. This will add so much diversity because they have shown to be like Tiny Wisp really threatening, right? This is 2 former Wisp players playing Wisp, right? Crit and Big Daddy No Tail both played Wisp quite a bit in the past, and so they know the ins and out of how to be able to work with this hero. And No Tail has shown that he's a pretty damn dangerous Tiny. If they can win this game, though, against CIS Rejects, who have challenged some of the best teams out there right now to get through this qualifier, Monkey Business will have this depth to them that will be really hard to draft against. Because then, you're not just going, we have to worry about Miracle. Then you also have to say, in the right lineup, we have to worry about Big Daddy No Tail as well. Because in that first game, he wasn't that much of a threat, right? Like his Dragonite, it wasn't the greatest lane. From there, you start going late game on a Dragonite, you're not going to be particularly valuable. You know, you're just a body that soaks up a lot of damage, right? It was the Miracle Show, through and through, and that's what it was for most of that game. Crit had some really good plays. Moon Meander was pretty good. I'm not pretty good. He was amazing on that Clockwork, but again, there's only so much you can do with that hero late game. Yeah. It was the Miracle Show in the late game. But if they can show, hey, our Tiny Wisp combination, Crit and Big Daddy No Tail can single-handedly win the game as well, that'll say to me, hey, Monkey Business have this kind of diversity against the highest tier teams that is going to be really tough to draft against.
And their dire side as well. They've shown that with their Tiny Wisp dire side going safe lane actually, and then giving Miracle the TA mid, they can actually get a lot of farm on multiple cores. It's not just like, right, we'll farm a ton on this one hero. We'll get Tiny stacked up and allow him to run riot. They can take Ancients with TA, Jungle with Tiny Wisp. Moon Meander doesn't get his Bounty Hunter this game, which I think they ran previously, but you've still got options like Keeper of the Light for Fly, to actually have the relocate and the recall to move people around the map.
Oh, yeah.
And I think Moon Meander's hero is going to be one of the more important ones here, because he's going to be like that stopgap, the guy in between the farming periods for the 2 cores.
Right, he's the one who has to make sure that they don't lose the game by 25 minutes, right? Okay, so CIS Rejects, though, they do start with a very aggressive opening. Lina and Tusk, and that's a lot of value in the first one, too. Clockwork is going to be picked up once again, so Moon Meander, repeat performance there. He showed his strength, obviously, on it in game number 1. And game number 2 is already shaping up to be a bit better game for Clockwork.
Yeah, a lot more robust as well. I'm wondering, again, if they go for the Fly Scarth Mage, that combo where they hookshot Cog, Mystic Flare. Even against the Tusk, it's pretty decent. You get the Ancient Seal, he can't snowball, he can't run himself around, and dodging is difficult.
5 seconds remaining.
They really favored banning out the Spirit Breaker and the Darkseer. Both great heroes at setting up for the relocates, the vacuum, the charge, give vision, and also allow you to cleave through a couple of people with the wall down on top of all of that. But it's important now to look towards your Artez heroes already. Even if you're going to pick him up 5th in the draft, what deals with the Tiny? What deals with the Clockwork? Wraith King comes to mind, just the fact that he loves playing that hero. I don't know how well Huskar would work here, though.
Wind Ranger at your service.
It's going to be always want to fly support Lina. Wind Ranger to mid for Iceberg. Goret's offlane Tusk. So then I guess Vanscore's Silencer is still out there, which they love to play with a Disruptor gone out and Winter Wyvern banned by themselves.
Yeah, I could see a Vanscore. Silencer here specifically against like the Tiny.
Because with the Clockwork there, you kind of hook in a Rocket Flare to get vision, and then you feel the relocate coming.
Remaining.
And then even if it does already happen, you can silence to stop the Avatar.
5 seconds remaining.
especially in the early game where Tiny Wisp really get ahead.
Radiant team pick.
Toss combination. There it is, what you were talking about. The Keeper of the Light is going to be picked up, so we're going to have that max mobility from Monkey Business, who can be all over the map. The dangerous of this combination is they can be all around the map all at once. You know, like Clockwork can go in on a hero and say Keeper of the Lights, you know, somewhere nearby him. They can bring in Tiny Wisp through the relocate, and then they can go ahead and Keeper of the Light, bring in Miracle, remaining. Whatever hero he's going to be playing against the Wind Ranger here.
5 seconds remaining.
And boom, you have a full 5-man. From one hero, from 2 heroes being in the bottom lane, all of a sudden you get 5.
Reserve time.
And what can they pull out to deal with this?
Well, a little bit more control. Gyrocopter was still in the pool. Boy,
that feels like such a safety pick.
Weird.
That feels like, you know, oh, Gyrocopter's in the pool, he's a strong hero, we'll pick it, rather than, Artez, what do you want to play? Like, this is a power play call from the captain, I feel, rather than, you know, giving them their comfort heroes, definitely. But, you know, I'm not saying Gyro's difficult to play or he's an unusual hero, it's just that they have this style where they like to farm Artez and give him a free reign for the first 10-15 minutes.
Yeah. And Gyrocopter, you have to be a little bit more involved than that most of the time. Maybe we'll see a bit more farmy Gyrocopter where you get like Helmet Dominator and such, but
Phase Aqua Helm, yeah, possibly.
Yeah. Gyrocopter will do well, obviously, versus the Tiny Wisp combination. The call down preemptively into the relocate. It's a really good way to be able to control these heroes, and they needed some sort of AoE control because most of it has been banned away. We saw the Winter Wyvern taken away by CS Rejects as well as the Earthshaker in the beginning, which is exactly why Monkey Business went for the Wisp Tiny in the first one, too. It's such a huge opening with those 2 AoE controlling heroes gone. And then you have the Disruptor, who's also banned away in the second phase. So CIS Rejects are left with no real good supports in controlling these heroes. Now, they still have an offlane position open potentially. This could be Alina Tusk, both as supports. Normally, they operate under the 4 position, but it seems like CIS Rejects feel like it is going to be an offlane Tusk, and Lina is going to be support with someone else, and they banned away the Naga Siren, which I really like. Obviously, the Ensnare is kind of a setup stun for Light Strike Array, and the natural aggression of Naga Siren Tusk as a like aggro dual lane. You can do a lot with that combination. Same kind of goes with just the Naga Siren maybe babysitting the Gyrocopter, and then having the Lina move around or pull extensively. Naga Siren would have had a lot of
impact early on.
Yeah, would have had a lot of synergy with his team. Queen of Pain now is the last pickup for Monkey Business. Not terribly surprising. You needed some sort of
10 seconds remaining.
Mid-game controlling hero still. I feel like when you go Keeper of the Light and the Wisp, there's no way the offlaner by himself is going to be like, all right, guys, just put the 25-minute mark on me. It's all good. You know, that's way too risky, right? So you needed some sort of early to mid-game tempo controlling hero. Couldn't go for another like extensive late game core. Dazzle for CIS Rejects.
Yeah, and I guess they felt they needed someone to go. I see the Queen of Pain probably going for Orchid first if she can afford it this game, just to get the jump on the Dazzle, the Lina, someone like that, because TA could get ripped apart by the Wind Ranger plus Lina moving towards the middle lane. It's not as easy, and she would like a good start as well. And then, there's things like Rocket Barrage burning through your refraction. So the opportunity for the Templar Assassin there, not going to be available for them. But how does
10 seconds remaining.
How does this leave the lanes for Rejects? Oh, okay, yeah, Goret's the Tusk. So it's going to be Iceberg, mid-Wind Ranger. Just watch out for Always Wanna Fly's build, because he's done the same thing every time I've seen him. Null Taskman Tango's first for the extra attack damage and mana pool, and then he goes into Brand Boots Drums, Yule's Aghanim Scepter. But it's all about the timing, because he farms reasonably well on the Lina and he knows the limits of the hero.
Yeah. And
we've seen him play these sort of aggressive zoning heroes before with the Visage, the Lina, and recently it's all been about like Naga and Skyeth Mage, but he's brought these heroes out and put them into the same role, just with a little bit more burst power.
All right, waiting for the Artez to pick up his Gyrocopter, and we'll get underway with our game number 2. Where does Fly go He just stacks, right? In this situation, they run defensive, tri-lane, Tiny Wisp, Keeper of the Light, and then mid Miracle.
He could go with the Clockwork for the first minute or so.
Yeah.
Illuminate spam, try and sit in that like 1v1 against Dazzle situation where the Clockwork goes into the creep wave and gets last hits. But yeah, the majority of the first 10 minutes, I think Fly is going to be stacking over in his own jungle. Because he can't really open anything up. Illuminate is good for defending lanes and maybe getting a bit of harassment out there, but it's not a fight opener. You can't go say, right, I'm going to Illuminate, and then you jump on him.
Yeah. Okay. Is he picked on here? I'm hearing like the fountain noises. Oh, I think we're paused.
I think we're paused as well.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Tiny paused, crit to DC'd. Oh, looks like they're... well, Monkey's ready to go. CIS rejects still need a little bit of time.
There we go.
Oh, I didn't even see. Arto's disconnected.
All right. The unpause, and we're finally in the game here. So, game number 2 now between CIS Rejects and Monkey Business. Ignore the top score, by the way, guys. Reborn is
broken.
Yeah, it's a little bit broken in that regard. So this is not a best of 3. This is a best of 5. Also, Monkey Business are up 1 game. So there you have it. Alright, so Crit is actually going to be leading with Moon here in order to try and get up the really early ward, but Vanscore chose to TP out to lane, so he's going to see this rotation immediately. I was about to say, Moon can easily challenge Vanscore, should know he's completely alone, but not for long. Artez is here now.
Like, CIS Rejects have no idea there's 4 heroes standing behind him.
Yeah, they could have baited this out, but 2 heroes will sit back. They got in their ward eventually.
30 seconds to battle.
Very defensive ward. This river ward isn't usually seen unless you're feeling some sort of aggression out from the offlane, which I don't think really should occur. I mean, it's Clockwork on Dire side. You have so many pulling opportunities or so many blocking opportunities with the cogs. It really shouldn't be necessary. Looks like they're going to commit towards the bottom lane. Smart one, Dazzle, and Gyrocopter. They are going to be forced back.
Every coin has
No point. Burning a 3 regen already. And Quap with a blink level 1. They are really committed to getting this block off. Looks like Miracle should have the upper hand as well.
Yeah, this is... Ooh. Alright, so Miracle does get the slight block advantage there. They get a really heavy block, so it is exactly as you said. I really thought they were just be like, okay, do the cog blocking. Clockwork's fine in the first 1 or 2 levels anyway, but they are going to commit Fly here in this bottom lane in the beginning. Unfortunately, that first rocket misses out. A deny immediately comes out from Artez.
Crit's already dewarded up at top though. Sentry down, Observer Ward gone, and there's aggro dual lane from the Radiant. Tusk plus Lina. With the Ice Shards and Light Strike Array, they can set up kills, but the Snowball Light Strike Array with Lina is not the best. Oh god, Tiny's coming in, no tail. Finds the stun on to always want to fly. The slow there, the damage output's good, but it's not going to be good enough, I don't think. Shards should block off the advance. Lina's burnt through a ton of her HP already.
Yeah, they got a lot of damage out there for the limited amount of mana cost for No Tail, and he still picks up all of his CS. So, it's under tower, but the tower's heavy right clicks are able to allow him to not miss a single one.
Tiny Quelling Blade, man.
Oh, wait, did he actually play Quelling Blade? Jesus.
Yeah, he goes like, Quelling Blade, brown boots, no tail, no tail, you want your boots in your inventory, man. There we go. He goes Quelling Blade, brown boots, Bassy for the armor, and you know, mana regen's good as well, but it's mainly the armor.
Yeah.
Then he goes like Treads, Ags, Butterfly, Satanical Heart, Moonshard. It's like the same build every time, there's nothing that can stop it. Okay, there's stuff that can stop it, but it's really nice, because instead of going for the Yasha or AC, the Butterfly offers you the attack speed, evasion, and armor, which is pretty much what you're looking for from those items anyway.
Right.
And then the Satanical Heart gives you the tankiness that maybe you look for from a BKB, something like that. It feels like a more well-rounded item build for Tiny, whereas we saw the generic build that I mentioned for 3 years in a row now. It was always the same build on Tiny. The only difference was someone picking up a Manta style every now and then.
That level 2. That level 2 strikeout from the Queen of Pain. It's doing so much damage. Always Want to Fly is lending a helping hand here. In middle, making sure the Iceberg doesn't lose it.
Hello, Vanscore. How do you get 2 Invis runes in a row? Well, in consecutive games to try and snipe this courier.
Wow.
Is he going to stick around? Is it going to be working this time?
It's going to fly this time. It's going to fly before it gets there.
Who buys it? Does Fly have the money? Oh, he does. Yeah, you're right.
So just Fly will make it flying.
Well, Vanscore's given up because he thinks 3 minutes it's going to fly, right? You know, same as you.
Yeah. Well, missed opportunity, perhaps. Miracle now has his, well, it's only a level 1 Scream, so it's really not that threatening, but it does get a little damage out. Another blast. Artez brought low. This combination of blasted. Oh, no. They get them both. What? First blood double kill for Tusk and Lina. Tusk is already level 4.5. To your wraparound here in the bottom lane. Vanscore just trying to get some damage out. This rocket spam plus
Radiant's
Illuminate
bottom
spam
tower is under attack.
actually doing a heavy amount of work against poor Artez. He's having a last hit constantly underneath the tower and burn through his regen. This really sucks because Fly in his process of heading down to be able to help out this Clockwork so much, he's not stacking. Right? And because he's not stacking, that means that there isn't that much recovery for the Tiny Wisp who just lost their lane against that double kill.
They're actually going to go look for the stacks as well that don't exist. So they don't think Fly has been spending that much time down here.
Alright, Miracle's just bottle crowing at this point.
By the way, Always Want to Fly, he ruined my prediction. He went for Bracer and not Null. You know, he's still going to go into the drums, I'm pretty sure, but without the Null Talisman, it's not the same build, man.
Bracer does make sense, though, against the Tiny. Just gotta have that little bit of extra survive through the combo. Alright. Continuing the pressure. Miracle actually drops pretty low in middle lane. Iceberg has a regen too, so.
Fly found himself a pretty sneaky spot just now, hiding in the trees to the east of the tier 1 tower. But Illuminate not hitting Artez, he could have potentially died. Salves himself up and keeps himself healthy. Miracle mid lane, Iceberg turns to fight, but licks himself away. And Miracle's level 6 now, so aggressive potential is definitely there unless that power shot hits. Iceberg stuck around for a long time. Blinking 4, 3.
He's not going for it unless Iceberg. Is there Shackle in time? No! Didn't even latch, and Miracle does manage to get the kill with a Sonic Wave. I can't believe he stuck around for that.
Yeah, me neither. Vanscore and Artez, though, bottom lane, they're looking for the wraparound on the fly. Observer down, they've got the vision, and in they come, but Moon.
I mean, he's popping the battery salt, but it's still incredibly dangerous to fight into that. Rocket Barrage, and they will be able to get a really good Cogs push back. Top lane, looks like they're going for crit here, trying to run him down. Snowball, bounce over to the side. Tether does manage to get him some distance. Toss up in the air, Always Want to Fly, dropping lower. Power shot, almost finished him off. Big Daddy No Tail can't finish off the swipe. Now he's going to be caught by a great Shackle from Iceberg. Another 2 kills for the Tusk Lina. This time around, they need the help of Iceberg to ensure that they do win it, but still. The Tiny Wisp is just being shut down so heavily by this aggro duel lane.
And it does appear that Artez was going for the build we were talking about. The Phase, Aquila, Helmet Dominator. A little bit greedier, a little more farm-oriented. Try and build yourself up as tanky, as strong as you possibly can. But Moon Meander, you know, he's got good farm himself. He's actually 3rd in terms of last hits, 27 and 1.
Yeah, maxed out Rocket plus all the extra mana that he's getting. Allows him to constantly throw this out. I'm really surprised he's not going for the really fast blade mail. With the amount of farm that he's getting, I would have thought, oh yeah, blade mail versus Lina, gyrocopter especially, but instead it looks like he's going for the earn build. Now Miracle. Yeah, it's a double damage, and the rocket earlier. Hit low. Oh, Snowball, they're going to catch Fly. Moon doing what he can, gets a Cog's pushback, but now the cooldown's going to catch him alongside the slow there of the poison. The
Cog?
Oh, wow, that last Cog, that might have just saved Moon's life. They're still going to try to run him down. He gets in the trees, has so many wand charges. He's going to be fine.
Do you think this could be Medallion into Solar Crest from Moon instead of the Urn?
Oh.
Dire's middle tower is
I could see an early Medallion just because they're Dire.
And I kind of like it against Gyro and Wind Ranger for Solar Crest if you rush it.
Yeah. Oh, crit. Yeah, first damage. Not a tiny ball of light's friend, that's for sure. So bottom lane, trying to jump on a Moon here, gets the Cogs, all three, but that's not really what you want. Blast goes off, deals a lot of damage, but nothing really happening until maybe Miracle. Coming in, already spotted out by the creep wave vision, so unless he just YOLOs on in behind the tower,
he's going to go for this, honestly.
Blink forward, Sonic Wave is up, and we'll be able to take out Artez. Now, looks like he might be able to escape here. The second round of cooldown doesn't hit him. 7 more seconds. Blast comes in. He has to turn away, though. Always want to fly. He's TP'd in. That's why he's running up
There's
now.
a punch. If he can get in range.
Oh, the punch isn't there. Blink away. He's out. Oh, wait.
Radiant's
he's not out,
tower
but
is under attack.
Goretz, will he realize?
They have no idea. They have no idea, honestly.
Yeah.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Nope, now Miracle shows. Always want to flag like, hey,
level
it's right there, but
level 4 Dragon Slave. Always want to fly level 7. I cannot believe this, honestly. Inordinate amount of farm on this Lina, and he's looking for Fly. Not gonna find it.
So he's going for the drums build you were talking about last game.
Yeah, it tanks him up, gives him the mana pool, and it helps push into towers. You know, give Artez the boost, make sure that Artez doesn't have to buy drums himself. Give him the buffs, but you don't have to expend all the gold on it. So Artez is a lot more open to go for a greedier build, where he's got himself. Oh, he's not looking that great actually. With the one death he's got Phase Wand protection.
Oh, Miracle snatched it, but they do manage to get a shackle shot on him, and he's already blown everything. Miracle's dead. Snowball will make sure he does die. Relocate comes in for the side. They're going to finish off the Wind Ranger in good time. No Tail looks for more. They'll just wait out the relocate. Back to base. Sorry, guys. Bull Turk and I are sick right now, so if you get... Oh, wait, hold up. They're actually going to go for this. They lift Big Daddy No Tail. They toss him up in the air. Going for Always Want to Fly. The blast comes in. That might actually be the damage they needed. Shallow Grave just in time. Always Want to Fly. Turns around. Can't quite finish off the clockwork.
Get the vision.
Blast. Nope. Can't get it. Big Daddy. He can't go for that one. Now he's going to be snowballed, tossed up in the air. Oh, dear. He's going to be pushed out and taken out. The call down to finish him up. Clockwork tried to buy him some space. That's not going to happen.
All he wanted was to toss a creep onto the Lina. Couldn't find it though. Really unfortunate for him. He does finish her off in the end though, but Gyro came in and cleaned up house. And I was just going to point out that the Gyrocopter was sitting on par with the Lina, like 2,500 net worth, a good 1,000 behind the Queen of Pain, but gets himself a ton of gold there and is not looking that bad anymore. The Tusk though is the guy up at the top. Even with the Quap and his Glimmer Cape isn't far away. That utility item, that defensive capability from Glimmer, saving you from Scream, from Illuminate, the Avalanche Toss combo, is going to be huge here from Goretz.
Somehow the hope comes back down to Miracle. Highest net worth right now. But they're actually going to go for a smoke gank here on the Gyrocopter. Interesting idea. They've got this really aggressive ward, which will spot out the fact he's got no support behind him. Artez, though, oh no, he ran the right direction. Crit's going to be tossed towards him, slowed down with, they finally catch up. The Shallow Grave's going to be able to save him now. Big Daddy No Tail has to TP out, and Crit is going to be left for dead.
The reactions here from CIS Reject just on point as they defend their own jungle. And the final, like the last pick Vancecore Dazzle here is working wonders. The Graves are saving everyone. He hasn't died yet. and it's only going to continue that way. Because Monkey Business, you know, there's no way of piercing that grave. There's no real way of turning things around when he does save the gyrocopter. They can stand and fight.
Goretz, he gave the haste rune over to Iceberg, but his snowball will not catch Miracle. Now Clockwork is going to come in. He's got a hook shot. Immediately grabs onto Goretz, trying to get the Cogs pushback. Can't quite get him. Locks him inside the Cogs instead. Miracle's going to give him the burst damage he needs to be able to finish off Goretz soon. Sonic Wave, Blast comes in his side. Always want to fly. Dropped low. Big Daddy No Tail. He wants to be able to get a toss of some sort on Lena. They're diving in deep for this one. Light Strike Ray comes out, stuns out Big Daddy No Tail, but Miracle is still going strong. They manage to get the toss there. A little bit more damage. Go, Wiz, go. He gets it. Tether out to the side. No, a power shot. Iceberg's on the money there. Big Daddy No Tail is hoping to catch him, but that's not going to happen.
No Tail realizing his predicament here as well, switching up his item build, going for the old school treads drums when you are behind. No Bassi, no rush into the Aghanim Scepter, and he knows he needs to fight earlier. I wonder if he'll go for a Blink Dagger even.
Wait, what's the snowball button? Can they not see it?
I have no idea. Oh, interesting. So Radiant can't see Illuminate, and Dire can't see Snowball.
Oh my god.
Good stuff.
Well.
Radiant's
Dota 2. Remember guys, we're still in beta. Don't have to worry about it.
For the third time.
Yeah. Miracle is possibly going to be caught here by this Smoke Ink. Iceberg leading the way, hoping to be able to get the shackle shot. Latches right on the money. Now the snowball catches Miracle. Done.
Did I get anything else out of this? Fly comes in, Illuminate spam to control this and defend tier 1.
He's got level 3 and his ultimate as well.
They want to fight? Moonmeander's invis here, and I think they actually want to try and fight this. He's always want to fly, looping around behind, looking for Fly. The Cottle stunned up. Yeah, they got him.
Snowball doesn't even get there in time. Lena throws out the Gouda blade.
Can they cogs and relocate in? Moon. He wants to go for this.
Oh boy.
Relocate in 3, 2, 1. No? Still no?
With the Iceberg there, I think it's just too dangerous. Yeah, he just throws out a rocket, backs out. If they lose that fight, it's just the mid-game's done, essentially. They still have plenty of farming time for the Tiny Wisp. Tiny's at 4,900
Radiant's top tower
net worth
is under
right
attack.
Now. And Miracle is still challenging the Wind Ranger.
But Wind Ranger went for the aggressive item of Blink, while Quap is going for Yule Scepter. At least that's what it looks like. Quap with the Staff of Wizardry and Yule and Voidstone. I guess against the Lena? Because Lena nearly has drummed Yules herself. Holy crap. No, this smoke play's not going to get them anywhere. No stacks to steal, no one to find farming. Always want to fly, might move himself across and get spotted, but oh, they've already got themselves up on the high ground. While down a bot lane, the push is coming in thick and fast.
Yeah, Artez starts leading the way. We'll be able to finish up his drums with the CS as well. The movement speed build on Gyrocopter is just so absurd.
What, up to like 480 with the drums completed? Then
yeah.
He gets close to haste, or he does have like 5-2 with phase S and Y drums, right?
Yeah. So then he's able to really kite around. Oh, Moon! Snowball all the way in here. The shackle shot comes out. Moon, oh no! He tried to get the hook shot out, now just goes to the Cogs play. He will be able to make sure that Goretz dies. And actually eats his way through, but Ice Shards finish him off. Miracle. Goretz is not dead.
Blink shackle again. With the blade? Yeah.
God.
Finished off. Relocate in the last second.
Oh, they catch 2 though. That's going to be a double kill, starting things off. They go immediately on to crit. They'll take him out, but Big Daddy No Tail might just be able to find more. Unfortunately, that blast doesn't quite get there. Moon Meander, he bought back for this one, but didn't actually have a hook shot anymore.
Avalanche.
So Goretz is dead. I mean, it cost them a buyback that didn't do anything, but they did get a triple kill on the Tiny. if you're going to play the sacrifice game and trade like 1-for-1, Tiny's where you want all the kills to be.
That pushes him so close to Ags.
Yeah.
That's such a big thing.
His farming, like, he's just going to ramp up farm potential. Oh, he goes for the Blink Dagger still. Wow. Did not expect that one.
See, I thought about this when it was 13 minutes in and he just finished the drums. If you could farm fast enough, go for the Blink. But looking at it now, I think that's a really good idea. Because the Wind Ranger, Dazzle, Lina, Gyro, none of them have BKBs or are anywhere near it. The Tusk, I think, is the only hero that can really survive through with a Glimmer Snowball play. But he can potentially just go and solo kill people, and definitely with the Queen of Pain Sonic Wave Scream, kill multiple people with the Blink avatars. And there are big, high-priority targets here to kill off. The Wind Ranger, you know, the primary one. I don't think Gyro really is the scariest, because the big thing is he can flash farm, right? He can find ways back in while the Wind Ranger can't really. She relies heavily with his Blink Dagger to go find kills herself. So not only are you counteracting that Blink aggression play from the Wind Ranger, but then you're limiting what she can do with it. Limiting the fact that she now needs to start thinking about her next item. Where do I get it from? How do I farm it?
I was about to say, I'm not sure what Big Daddy was. I think he just sensed that there was going to be a gank from CIS Rejects at the top lane, and eventually there was. Like, I think he saw the Lina or the Tusk. They tried to go for a Glimmer Cape play. I think he saw that and he was just like, instead of trying to farm through my jungle and playing a little risky, I'm just going to go bottom. Just going to go bottom. I'm going to push down that tier 1. If they want that top tier 1, they're going to have to rotate it. Blast, and they got Goretz with a blast. Now they're actually going to commit to the kill. Snowball out, though. Goretz gets some distance, but is he actually going to be able to get out? They punish Iceberg. Toss up in the air. Miracle lands on him. Oh, no! Iceberg, he's now going to turn around, goes for the shackle shot, will be able to latch down to Miracle. Shao Gray buys him a little bit more time, but Big Daddy No Tail, he really wants that kill, but Rocket Barrage, Miracle finishes him off, but Big Daddy No Tail, he needs some help. Snowballing from the side, managed to get that kill. Moon now battling it out. Artez, Rocket Barrage dealing out so much damage, he's going to get 1, 2, now a third, maybe his Moon is trapped inside the cogs. All right, next to Goretz, Lina goes down. Miracle is committing for that kill quite heavily. They're going to go for the buyback relocate play, and they'll be able to get it too. Artez is dead, and they'll catch Vanscore on the side. Monkey business. They are not messing around. What? They will bring the extra members to these team fights. Moon bought back earlier. Even if it wasn't effective, it was still a move that was very aggressive. And now Monkey business, double buyback with a relocate.
And it's still a favorable exchange for them.
Yeah.
Queen of Pain gets herself a ton of money there, up to 2,300. So her next item, Orchid or Aghanims or even a BKB, a lot faster. And No Tail, you know, he misses out a little bit on the gold income there.
Oh.
He's now shackled up again.
Don't tell me. They don't have a tether yet. All right. He will survive here. Crit might go down, but no, he's fine. They're so fast. Reach out. Always when a fly's trying to catch up. Shackle shot buys enough time for the Eul Scepter to latch. Tether away. No, Big Daddy No Tail actually comes in, challenges the Lina, takes him out. Iceberg, big slow down. Miracle is going to be able to slow him down long enough to be able to get the right clicks in. And yes, the Wisp did die, but who cares? CIS Rejects are losing this fight. Oh no, the hook shot doesn't quite latch. They get the cogs. Goretz.
Toss back.
Snowball up, 3 seconds, and just right click him down. He's not going to get out. Double kill for Miracle. 7, 3, and 5. He's got Euls, and he now has an Aghanim Scepter.
That's the thing. 2.5 minutes ago, we're like, right, Quap has Eul Scepter. Great, defensive item. What's she going to do with it? 2 minutes later, Aghanim is fully completed. Her net worth just boosted from like 6,500 to 9.3k.
Yeah. How does that even happen? Tier 1. I mean, these towers have been denied too. Well, the bottom one was. Vanscore's going to be caught now. No escape for you. Big Daddy No Tail. Oh, don't tell me, Artez. He came in trying to save this one. Oh, what a shackle shot. Moon comes in, trying to mitigate some of that damage. Has the blade mail, but doesn't have the cogs to be able to control Artez. Now the relocate. Crit immediately buffered back there. And Moon might need to do another hook shot play to be able to save himself. But now he's going to be caught. Hook shot. No, he's not going to make it. Oh, dear. Miracle, though, catching Artez on the side. That does mean everything. That would have been such a god-awful fight if Monkey Business did not pick off Artez. It's still bad.
I mean, they've lost heroes here. but they're not losing item progression. Like, they're still getting these items going. Moon Meander nearly has his 4 staff on the Blade Mail. It's a point booster. Tiny bought the point booster, before he died? And didn't really lose any gold from that fight.
Yeah. Fuel Scepter. Iceberg, slow down. Miracle has his ultimate combination, but it's not enough, and now the Shackle Shot catches him. He goes down, and Iceberg, see you later. He goes back to base.
Okay, that's a pretty big error. Yeah. Wind Ranger now, I was worried about where she was heading because she was sitting on like 1,000 gold with her blink, not really heading into a big item. But that puts her a lot closer to the Agnum Scepter. Can pick up the point booster and even save a buyback if she wants it. Now, Goretz, on this offlane Tusk, as well as his Clockwork, he does love the utility builds with Blade Mail, Glimmer, Tranquils, and Solar Crest on both of those heroes. He loves like the 3rd, 4th item Solar Crest, and it's what he's heading for here. With the medallion done, Vlad's already completed, and it just buffs up your team fight potential. Gives that extra bonus armor onto your Wind Ranger and the Gyro. Keeps them going.
Yeah, you also can't forget about Roshan, who has been waiting for somebody to challenge him for quite some time. Monkeys, they've taken pretty good control of the map multiple times, but they still haven't attempted to do Roshan. Large part being that they lack that kind of medallion hero. 5-man smoke. There it is. CIS reject. And unless Rocket, Moon. If he rockets right now, there's a chance, a hope, a prayer that they can respond.
No, it's too late. I mean, Lightning Whisper hiding in the trees up at top, Moon's hiding in the south. They think there's a smoke gang coming somewhere through the jungle, but it's a rogue shot. Now, No Tail. Did he just TP mid to farm this creep wave? Because with Roshan down, he's got a blink. Yep, away from there.
Gets half the creep wave, backs up to the safety of his jungle. Which isn't going to be safe for long. CIS rejects are going to go straight for the tier 2 middle.
Rock it on!
Miracle's got level 2 ulti. Oh, he'd love to have level 16 before this fight, just to get that level 3 Ags upgraded ultimate. But the split push is real. No Tail wants his Agnum Scepter, and actually 1 creep away from having it. 3,000 gold, there you have it.
Yeah, but in order to get back to base, they'd have to relocate him to the fountain instead of to the fight.
Radiant's top tower
so they'll just say, okay, take the tier 2, take Roshan. You're getting objectives, but are you going to get them fast enough? Because this Tiny is rapidly approaching late game potential.
Oh, no.
Fly. Big Daddy No Tail turns around, trying to go for the toss here. Tosses on to Iceberg. Does buy Fly enough time to get out.
Okay, they had set that all up for Fly to try and get his Ags as well, but not getting the 2 large creeps there, a little bit further than he expected. And that's another Agnums that we haven't really touched on, is that aerial vision in daytime and then the heal from the Illuminate. Being able to recall people in blinding light whenever you want to, rather than having the cooldown on your ulti as well.
Yeah.
When Wind Ranger is not going BKB, blinding light is like the spell in this game up against it. Focus fire, just like, well, 80% miss chance, out the window, see ya. Gyro though, BKB is 500 gold away. But Power Spike for CIS rejects, even though they do have Aegis of the Immortal, items still are not there. Lina is like their key hero right now with the Yules, and halfway towards Agnum Scepter. While Monkey Business, they've got 4 heroes that can pull their weight. They've got Clock, Tiny, Queen of Pain, and then the Whispered Tether is like half a hero, the Keeper of the Light with Illuminate and his ultimate, half a hero, when he's got his Agnum Scepter, full on power.
Still looking to take those tier 2 towers with the Aegis advantage, but they're just not pushing fast enough. Double damage from Miracle will allow them to threaten the tier 2 at the bottom lane. It looks like it should drop while Big Daddy No Tail comes forward. He's going to challenge the middle tier 2.
Every time you see this, Monkey Business are pushing 2 lanes while CIS Rejects are pushing 1, the mid tier 2, now the top tier 2.
They're just going to push uphill and force a rotation back by CIS, from Monkeys. The blast slows things down quite a bit. They finally turn their attention to the tower. Big Daddy No Tail starts beating on the tier 3 at the same time. Sonic Wave, but CISR are not to turn just yet anyway. Moon's now going to come in, goes for Goretz. Snowball trying to get out. Call down is going to come down eventually. Moon just stays right there, says Goretz. Not going to do anything with that snowball. Should be able to get the kill. Moon, and a little bit more damage. Somebody get it. Monk, yeah, Miracle will get it. Meanwhile, what's happening in that middle lane? Tier 3 almost dropped. Crit will actually survive through that Laguna Blade. And the tower hits as well. Tier 3 is going to go down. Back up to the top lane fight. That Blade Mail doing so much work. Artez is going to fall. Their choice to fight without a BKB is going to cost them big time. Yeah. Racks are going to be gone. Artez is probably dead here. They're just going to kite him around as much as possible. Blade Mail doing so much work. Artez is going to be able to win this battle. No, the heal! Oh, the heal comes down to Artez. He's just barely surviving, but Fly right-clicks him down with the help of the creeps. Now they're turning around. Big Daddy Hotel gets the kill. The dazzle as well. Wipe. Mid lane Racks down. Monkey business. Just go ahead in the game.
That fight, that moment right there.
It doesn't get worse.
That's the thing, that this is exactly the kind of situation that I was talking to you about prior to the series starting. CISR rejects. You look at the net worth graph, gaining a lead, consolidating the lead by getting Roshan. They look good. They've got farm, GG is called. But Monkey Business, they know. They know they can hold on, they can turn, they can outplay, and with a tiny wisp. In game number 1, I was worried about the lack of boots of travel to pull off moves like this. But with a tiny wisp, you don't care. You just go straight in. You've got the racks. You took out the courier with like 4,000 worth of items on it. And that seemed so simple.
Wow. Monkey Business, man, despite our very, very lengthy start to this best of 5 series, it may be an early night for us, Durka. We're going to take a short break, but when we come back, we'll have game number 3 between CISR